September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed, couldn't leave me alone. Text me every time that you pick up the phone.
Hello, I don't even know how my face is looking, but it's not necessary because what we are into is bigger than us. See the rate of humiliation and bullying our children are facing in a country that is not yours. You know, a country that is not theirs, and we are even much more scared to even bring them back home in Nigeria. See the number of atrocities that goes on in a country that is not ours. A country that is not ours, we don't have anything related to the country, but we fear more to even bring our children back to our own country for safety. Children's Day was 27th May, right? The problem I'm having is even more overwhelming that I forgot the necessity to talk about the necessity. See, the children are being held in Nigeria hostage. I don't know. I was told that some teachers were beheaded. You can imagine the wickedness that goes on in the country, but we still carry on election. Election is still going on. The primaries, people are failing, people are still winning. Nobody is talking anything. Let me say, for example, that Tinubu's grandchild, I don't know, you don't have a toddler or a teenager again. All his children are adults. Let's take, for example, that grandchild is kidnapped among the children that were kidnapped, that were adopted from school. Let's say he or she was among these children that was adopted from school. There will be an aircraft hovering around Nigeria, toxic, sending, doing everything possible to make sure that these children are rescued, because Tinubu's child is there. But who knows how these children are faring, what they are eating, for how many days? These are children from parents. Most parents have 2 or 3 children among the children that were adopted. Now look at them. We see what we are facing in a country that is not ours, and we fear more to bring our children back home, because we don't know we don't even have the resources to put them where they should. Even if you do have the resources to put them in the best, one of the best, are you sure of the security? Amen. Our elections are still going. We are still planning, making aspiration, anticipating for the next coming, who is going to, but we forgot the necessity. The primary reason why we should, look out for other people. Children in Nigeria are being kidnapped. Teachers are being beheaded. Nothing is done. It's not even on any national news. I've not even heard. Apart from, people are bandits everywhere. But everything goes on. It's as if life goes on. Nothing is happening. We have incompetent. I don't even know what to say. They are not competent enough to handle the affairs of the people of Nigeria, and we put them there. Children who should be resting, sleeping, should be on bed rest, is the president of the country. Now look at us. Look at us. Look at us. And the people who are doing this, requesting for this huge amount of funds, where are they coming from? Are they part of the government? Are they part of the people ruling us? Where would the individuals they are requesting this huge amount of money from get the resources to pay them this ransom to get their children? How sure are we that the kids are still alive? Everybody works as if nothing is happening. We that aspire, we even have the mind to bring our own children back home. I'm not scared, because we don't even have the life. We are not even happy with the life we are living abroad in another man's town, where we are nobody, where we are nothing, where we can be trampled on. We are not proud of the life we see here, and we intend to bring our children home. How would we bring our children home when we don't have good governance? No security. Nobody is held accountable. Accountability. We know we can account for anybody's life in Nigeria. No government can do that. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Look at the level of criminality that holds around here. Assault that goes around here. In this part of the world we live in, but we are much more scared to even come home to our own motherland for safety. If you run an errand and there's an outburst in that location or locality where you're running an errand. Everybody to be safe. Everybody go home, run back home. So if you're running back home, you're not even safe in your own house. How would you come back home? How would you come back home? 27th May has gone. It's as if nothing is happening. Everything goes on. Tinubu's grandchild is not there. Because I know Tinubu do not have a toddler. He has got no toddler. Maybe grandchildren. Yes. It's not there. They will not even complain of hunger if Tinubu grandchild is among the children that was adopted, because there will be an aircraft there tossing food from the craft, tossing food for everybody to at least get to be strong enough to stand before their rescue. There will be an aircraft fixed on that location, tossing food for the children, good food for them to eat. If Tinubu's grandchild is among the children that were adopted, see what we're going. See what goes on here. We are not even proud of the life we see around this place we are living. This war, this wicked war we live. Then how do we come back home? How do we come to Nigeria when kidnaps, war, lunatics, everybody is carrying gun? I don't know much. I don't know much about government. Our rulers, I don't know much about it. Yesterday I was talking with my husband. I said I don't even want to put my mind whether who is presidential aspirant coming out for this forthcoming election. I don't want to know because I don't want to have BP. The last time I nearly died when Peter B lost. I don't want to come out for anything. I don't want to know who is coming out and who is not coming out. I don't want to put my eyes on anything. But why would I not put my eyes? Because I don't know whether I'll be adopted from the airport. Once I come out from the scam, I'll be adopted like other children. So how would I not show concern? Why would I not show concern for a mother who has gone through labor? How many times and their children is being adopted, and we are folding our hands, laughing, eating, going for our businesses, because it's not we are not affected. It could be your mother tomorrow, it could be my mother, it could be anybody in your family, any of your relatives, it could be anybody tomorrow, we don't know. You can see the kind of insult, the kind of maltreating we accept, condone, because we fear to bring our children back home. The kind of humiliation children go through in a country that is not theirs. They can boldly say, go back to your country, Like their countries, even we have more. I don't know what to say. Countries that we see that even our resources is more better than theirs. They can even learn money from us and selling us to live. Can you imagine the kind of resources we've got that generate money to the country? That we don't have anything entitled, we don't have any entitlement at all. We are living from hand to mouth. The rich are getting richer, the poor, we don't care. A governor once said anybody that gives birth in a particular hospital in Abia State should be given 500 naira. They say, why would you give a woman that just gave birth 500 and say you're giving a pauper 500 and it's a big money? You see, they don't care. You withheld pension that people come to sing around your house, pay us pension. Old people that depend their life on their pension, they are not paid. So how would we come home? You are sexually abused. Your children are abused sexually in a country that is not theirs. They are being humiliated. They are being assaulted. Bullied. But when you think about what is happening back home, it's as if you want to die. You stay. Your life is hanging in a balance. Your life is hanging in a balance. You can't even dictate what is going to happen tomorrow. It's just like 50-50. You don't know. Your chances of living is 50-50. Are you going and you staying? Hey. This is how your life goes on. We're going around doing our businesses because my child is not adopted yet. We don't pray for evil, but people do parents, their children were adopted. Did they pray that their children should be adopted? They never prayed. It's like parents who took care of their children in the morning, fed them, and bid them goodbye for school, then they didn't come home. It could be yours. It could be your own child. It could be your own child. It could be anybody's. Look at what is happening in a country that Nigeria, Africa, the giant of Africa, is even better off in terms of resources. Everything that comes, they are better. See the way you're being treated, like a nobody. That is it, though. We are keeping our hands folded, our fingers crossed, watching other children perish in a bush where snakes and scorpions and if you don't understand my language, move back to the person who can translate for you. My language can come in at any time. This is what that goes on. I don't want this video to be lengthy because I want this video to go everywhere. I want to put it everywhere. This is why some of us who are going through a lot is thinking twice. We're just supposed to have a second thought in terms of planning to bring coming back home. When we think about what happens to people, what we are seeing, we become more scared to even come up. Onye mara asị ya sụọ n'ikwe. Tinubu onye mara asị ya sụọ n'ikwe, onye na-ama asụ ala juru eju.